Hello, I am content creator Yvonne Redden, and today I am talking again. We're going to continue our conversation, Frank, about self-publishing, because this is a service that you offer on LetterTech website as well. And the reason we're going to talk about this today is it's a really hot topic, I think, and it's one that needs to be addressed. Because I did a recent poll on Twitter, Frank, and I asked writers what was the biggest challenges they faced when trying to get their books published. Of course, financial was one of them, but the other one was where to go for advice and how to get started. So selfpublishedbooks.ie is on LetterTech website. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about that and why you started this service and where it started from.
Well, Yvonne, yes, it is on LetterTech, the main LetterTech website. Yeah. It's a special niche area of our business where we're book publishers and we have a tagline, experts in book production, yeah. And we produce soft covers, paperbacks, hardbacks, whatever you want. So we got involved in the self-publishing side because we had the ability to produce books in short run. Our technology allows us to produce very high level, high-end quality books in short run, which is ideal for self-publishers who may want to test the market, or they only, they may have a short run because it may be a family history, it may be a very niche area that just simply appeals to them. So the service really then evolved into offering a full bespoke service because people may have a Word document and they need that to be formatted, they need it to be edited, they need it to be proofread, they need advice, they need a cover to be designed for it. And we offer that complete service. And they may want soft covers that they want to sell at paperbacks for 10 or 15 euros, but they might want a few hardbacks for their immediate families or whatever. So that's the finished product. But the journey in getting there, Yvonne, is really the most interesting part of it, because it allows people to engage with us, and we enjoy working with them over a few weeks or whatever period it takes. And they're in charge of the process. They're getting their book the way they want their book. They're not signing over rights to anybody, but we're providing all the services of the major publishers. We can also produce ebooks. So that's a discussion that takes place as to the level of service that a customer requires. So we've taken from a Word document to a fully professional finished product. So it's not just about printing a book. Anybody can print a book. But our level of service and the amount of services that we offer there, and it's a smorgasbord. So you can pick what you want, pick the services that you require, and then our books open completely flat as standard. So they're not perfect bound like most books are published. They close on you when you try to open the pages and so on. So that's another extra for us. So
because I think every writer wants to be published in a traditional publishers. We have this thing in our heads, but in reality, that's not going to happen for a lot of writers. Self-published writers, there's a big arena out there of self-published writers. And it is a struggle, I think, from chatting to writers on my series. There is them struggles of feeling invisible as a self-published writer. We don't get the same recognition as the traditional published writers. That's just from listening to people. So having this kind of service is great, because a lot of people might have those drawers and they have manuscripts in them and they don't know what to do. So they can take that out now and have a look on LetterTech and see what kind of services they need and what they want from it. And there is so many reasons why it's beneficial to be self-published. You've touched on a few of them there as well. Being in control is a big one, isn't it? You're in control of your book.
Yes, it is. Well, you've hit a lot of points. This is a very interesting point about wanting to be published. Certainly, if you go to a large publisher, they put all their resources behind you. These are the presses, and they will market it, and they will get you into Easton's, and they'll get you into, they get you into all of the
big bookshops.
So the big bookshops, yes, they will indeed. But there's a price to be paid for that, and the price is that you lose all rights to the book. They may have a different perspective or aspect. They may want the book slanted a certain way in order to make sales, and that's understandable. So you kind of lose that. If the book goes out of print, they won't necessarily print it again if it's out of print, because it may not be commercially viable for them. But if you have self-published your book, with LetterTech, we keep the digital files and we can just do another short run for you.
That's a great thing. That's very interesting because that's really good to know for reprints and all that kind of thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you keep the rights. Whereas if it's a large publishing house, you're going to have to negotiate with them to buy back the rights to your book and get your rights back, get your life back, if you will.
Yeah.
Also, self-publishing. If you come to us, you can do what we could call review copies or galley copies. And if you feel that the big publisher would be interested in your book, you can then go to them with the finished copy and say, here's something that has been edited, proofed, copy-proofed, checked, double-checked, beautifully produced. And so it's much easier for them maybe to make a decision on it. But either way, it's winner come second, because you still have your book, and if they go with it, great. But if they don't go with it, you still have it, and you can sell it yourself. You can sell it on our website. That's another, the lettertechbookstore.com. We keep books for people and we sell them, and we do all the implementation and the logistics for them. So we can, if we get an order, we send out the book, and then we keep a small percentage. I think it's 30% of it, and then you get your 70%, and we handle the postage and packing and all of that aspect of it. So that's a full.
That's fantastic. And the service there as well. That's really good, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's important for people to be able to say to somebody where they can buy the book, and to put it out there. So
not everyone's going to be on Amazon either. You know, not everyone has the ability to navigate Amazon, which can be very complex as well. So it's nice to have that other place to put your book for it sold as well. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And it comes out of Cork and it's just posted to you. I mean, especially in Ireland, you know, if we get an order, it's posted out the same day, you get it the next day, and it goes in the brown packaging the same as Amazon, and it is tracked and traced, it's insured, and the customer gets it, and there you go. So that's
I think with self-publishing as well, I mean, sometimes you just want to produce a book that might not be for everybody as well. So is there a market for this book, like a certain type of book, like historical, or it could be a family tree? So publishing, they're not going to take them on either. So this is the beauty of self-publishing as well. You can make it for everything, anything.
Indeed. It's specifically for niche markets. If you look at local histories, okay, that are local to our geographical area, it could be a family history. It could be the story of your life that's going to just for your family and friends, maybe people in relations in Australia, in the United States, or wherever. So there's lots of areas where big publishers aren't going to be. It could be a GAA club, a local sports club that's very popular. Local family histories and stuff there. And, you know, you get it out there, Yvonne. And the other thing about it is that you get it out there in the volumes that you want, and you get it out quickly. If you engage with a large publishing house, it could be a year or more.
A year, I know. It takes a long time.
Before anything will be produced. And then, as I say, you don't have a large control. You don't have control over it. So while it's a very good thing, it's overrated, to be honest with you. You can get there much faster with a professional quality product. Much quicker, and it's just like writers know that it's there, you know. And books of poetry would be another one where it's limited. It's limited even among the that niche area, and you can run off 30, 40, 50 books with us, you know, and come back and get another print. And that's the nice thing about it. So you can sell it, you can give it away, you can sell it, and if you sell it and you make a little profit on it and you want to make some more books, you have the profit to come back and get another 50 books. So you don't have to go in there for large volumes by any manner or means.
And then under pressure as well to write a word count. That'd be a big one for me. I mean, not everyone can write 50,000, 100,000 words for a book. You know, when you're self-publishing, your word count is what you can do yourself. And I think that takes a big pressure off writers as well, you know?
Yes, exactly. And it's you know, we have a little tagline, it's your book the way you want it. I mean, the story itself is a reflection of you, the writer, and so the decisions that you make are exclusively yours. So, you know, you write about what you want, depending on, you know, and it's up to you how many words you want to put into it. So it could be a thin book, it can be a thick book, it can be 6x9, it can be a B5 size, whatever you want. And then family histories can be a larger size, because, you know, you might have photographs and all that sort of stuff in it. So yeah, so you've complete control of it, and you work with us on it, and we will advise you on the type of paper to use, the type of size that's going to suit the book, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's all there for you. It's just like I say,
there's a big
market. It's a smorgasbord.
I know there is, and I think during the pandemic as well, a lot of people wrote books. So there's a huge market there for self-publishing and for what you offer as well. So maybe you can selfpublishedbooks.ie has its own website as well, doesn't it? Off the letter.
Yeah, that's off the letter, because I said it's a subsection of, we have many businesses, but that's a subsection of it. It's all about printing and producing books. We produce all sorts of books, from pharmaceutical law books and education and textbooks and school books and all that. So this is a separate section, and it is dealt with by experts in that section. And the other thing about it, you mentioned COVID. It was unfortunate. I suppose that's an understatement, but one of the side effects was that it took away from the sense of community and the sense of fun that you get from launching a book. If you produce your book and they come into you in boxes, and you go to the local hotel and you bring in your friends, and you can have a great evening, and you can get a couple of nights out of it.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's a celebration, and it's meeting with people and catching up and so on and so forth, and people will buy the book there, and it's just it's an occasion where people can get together, and COVID really killed that one.
Anyone bringing out a book then was really felt the negatives of that, but it's coming back though. There's lots going on down in Cork as well, and up in Dublin, loads of writing events.
The Spike Island was on,
it's
the literary festivals are back, Yvonne, which is
great. Are back.
I mean, which is marvelous, and they're all over the country. I mean, from the big ones like the Bantry and
Kinsale, there's one in Kinsale as well.
There's one in Kinsale, and Dalkey and so on and so forth. But they're everywhere. They're in Roscommon, they're in Leitrim, they're absolutely everywhere. And it's wonderful. And the Listowel Writers Festival, and they're everywhere. And as you say, a lot of people don't know where to go or don't know how to get help. And it's marvelous to work with people and to bring them along on their self-publishing journey. And they get a great kick out of it, and they produce something that's lovely, and they're able to hand it out to their friends and have a launch in the local library or wherever it is. And it's a great engagement. It's a real social occasion. To have a book launch. I think
there's nothing like it. Thank goodness it's all coming back to normal anyway. Frank, that's brilliant. There's lots of information in there, and if anyone wants to look into it a bit more, I'll put up the links to the website there as well.
Thank you,
thank you so much, Frank. That's great. I'm sure we'll chat again. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Yvonne. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.